Have you noticed an itchy spot on your body that just doesn't seem to go away? Many people think it's just dry skin or a minor irritation, but in some cases, itching can actually be an early warning sign of heart problems. As we grow older, our body sends us signals in different ways, and sometimes that constant itch may be one of them. In today's video, we'll look at 6 areas of the body where unexplained itching could be linked to heart disease. Recognizing these signs early can make a big difference in your health, so watch closely until the end. You might learn something that could protect your heart. Number 1. Itchy lower legs and feet. One of the first warning spots is your lower legs and feet, especially around the ankles. This part of the body is farthest from the heart, and when blood isn't circulating properly, fluid can build up. That swelling often leads to redness, irritation, and itching. Take George, 79, for example. He noticed mild itching on his lower legs and ignored it at first. Over time, the itching got worse and his legs began to swell. When he finally went to his doctor, he learned that his heart wasn't pumping blood as it should, leading to poor circulation. Betty, another senior, had similar itching but didn't realize it might be linked to her heart until she heard about the connection. Persistent itching in your lower legs and feet, especially if it comes with swelling or skin color changes, should never be ignored. It could be your body's way of signaling circulation problems tied to heart disease. Seeking medical advice early can prevent bigger complications later. Number 2. Itchy chest. Another area to pay attention to is the chest, particularly near the heart. Itching in this region can sometimes occur when blood flow is reduced due to blockages in the arteries. Conditions like coronary artery disease may limit oxygen reaching the skin and tissues, which can trigger irritation and itching. The chest is one of the most sensitive areas of the body, and when heart problems are present, they can sometimes show up here as more than just pain or tightness. Persistent itching, irritation, or unusual discomfort in the chest should never be ignored. Take the example of Helen, 80. She noticed a recurring itch on her chest. At first, she assumed it was just dry skin. But when the itching continued and she also began feeling occasional tightness, she went to see her doctor. After some tests, it turned out she had a blockage in one of her coronary arteries, which was restricting blood flow to the chest area. Martin, on the other hand, had been experiencing similar discomfort but dismissed it, thinking it was nothing serious. He only realized the connection when his doctor explained that poor circulation from heart disease can sometimes cause itching as well. The chest is often where the earliest signs of heart disease appear. And it's not always sharp pain, it can be something as subtle as persistent itching. If you notice this symptom along with shortness of breath, dizziness, or unusual fatigue, it's important to get checked. Early evaluation can uncover underlying heart issues and help prevent bigger complications later on. If you're still watching and finding these insights helpful, drop a number 2 in the comments to let me know you're here. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss future videos that could help protect your health. Number 3. Itchy back of the neck. Another surprising place where itching may signal a heart issue is the back of the neck. This is an area most people overlook, but constant itching here can sometimes be linked to high blood pressure or poor circulation, both serious risk factors for heart disease. When blood flow in the neck area is restricted, the skin along the nape can become irritated and itchy. Consider Robert and Betty, both 76 years old. Robert, a longtime smoker, noticed that the back of his neck had been itching for weeks. At first, he thought it was just dry skin or maybe an allergy. But when the irritation persisted and he also began feeling lightheaded and unusually tired, he went to the doctor. The tests showed his high blood pressure and poor circulation were likely behind the itching. Betty, on the other hand, ignored her occasional neck itching for months, dismissing it as stress or changes in the weather. But after hearing about Robert's diagnosis, she realized her symptoms might be a warning sign too, and decided it was time to see her doctor. Betty finally went to get her blood pressure checked, and the results showed she also had elevated blood pressure contributing to the itching in her neck and circulation issues. The back of the neck is an area many of us tend to neglect, but persistent unexplained itching here can be more than just skin deep. When it's paired with dizziness, headaches, or fatigue, it could be a sign of poor circulation or cardiovascular strain. In these cases, the skin isn't just reacting to outside factors, it's reflecting an internal problem that needs medical attention. If you notice ongoing itching in this area along with other concerning symptoms, it's time to check in with your healthcare provider. Number 4. Itchy hands and wrists. Itchy hands and wrists may sound like a small problem, but for some, it can be an early signal of heart trouble. When the heart isn't pumping blood effectively, fluid begins to build up in the tissues. This swelling can stretch the skin, causing irritation and itching, particularly in the hands, wrists, and sometimes the lower body. Take Alice and John, both in their early 70s. Alice noticed constant itching in her hands and wrists. She brushed it off as seasonal allergies or just dry skin. But when the itching grew worse and her hands started swelling, she visited her doctor. Tests revealed her heart wasn't pumping efficiently, leading to fluid retention in her hands and wrists. John had been experiencing the same thing, but never connected it to his heart until his doctor explained how heart failure can show up through itching and swelling in these areas. The key takeaway is simple: don't ignore persistent itching in your hands and wrists, especially if it comes with swelling, fatigue, or shortness of breath. These symptoms could mean your heart isn't working as it should. The positive news is that proper treatment and improved circulation can often relieve the itching and protect your health. If you're still watching and finding these insights useful, comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss future videos that could help safeguard your health. Number 5. Itchy abdomen. Itching around the abdomen, whether it's the stomach, sides, or lower belly, might seem unrelated to the heart, but it can sometimes be a hidden warning sign. For seniors, one possible link is fluid buildup in the abdominal area. When the heart struggles to circulate blood properly, fluid may accumulate in the tissues and around the organs. This pressure can stretch the skin and trigger persistent itching. Number 5. Itchy abdomen. Itching around the abdomen, whether on the stomach, sides, or lower belly, can sometimes be a hidden sign of heart trouble. One of the key reasons is fluid buildup, a condition often seen in people with heart failure. When the heart can't pump blood as effectively as it should, circulation slows down and fluid begins to collect in the abdominal area. This leads to swelling, bloating, and sometimes a persistent itchy feeling. Poor circulation in this region can also dry out the skin, making it irritated and tight. Take Tom and Linda, both 76 years old. Tom noticed occasional itching around his abdomen but didn't think much of it. Over time, he began feeling bloated and uncomfortable, especially after meals. Things became more serious when he started experiencing shortness of breath and fatigue. A medical checkup revealed he had early-stage heart failure, which was causing fluid to build up in his abdomen. Linda experienced similar symptoms but assumed her itching was related to stress or diet. Only when her doctor explained the connection between heart failure and abdominal swelling did she realize she needed to take her symptoms seriously. If you notice persistent itching in your abdomen, especially when paired with swelling, shortness of breath, or difficulty breathing, don't ignore it. These may be early indicators of heart failure or another cardiovascular issue. Getting medical attention early can help relieve the discomfort and improve your overall heart health. Number 6. Itchy elbows and knees. Persistent itching around the elbows and knees might seem harmless, but in older adults, it can sometimes point to circulation issues linked to heart disease. Conditions like atherosclerosis or heart failure reduce blood flow, and areas such as the elbows and knees, where circulation naturally slows down, are especially vulnerable. The skin here is thinner and sits near major blood vessels, which makes it more sensitive to changes in blood flow. Consider Jerry and Florence, both in their early 80s. Jerry had been dealing with itching around his elbows and knees for several months. At first, he brushed it off as a minor irritation. But when the itching grew worse and his joints began swelling, he finally went to the doctor. After some tests, he discovered that narrowing arteries were restricting blood flow to his limbs. Florence had also been experiencing similar itching but never thought it could be related to her heart. After hearing Jerry's diagnosis, she visited her doctor, who confirmed she too had circulation problems linked to her cardiovascular health. The lesson here is clear: itching in your elbows or knees, especially when paired with swelling or stiffness, should not be ignored. It may be more than just dry skin, it could be a warning sign of circulation problems tied to heart disease. Final thoughts. As we've discovered, persistent itching in certain parts of the body can sometimes be more than just a small annoyance. In fact, it may be your body's way of warning you about circulation issues or even underlying heart disease. That's why it's so important not to dismiss these symptoms, especially as we grow older. The body has its own way of speaking to us, and it's up to us to pay attention. The encouraging news is that many of these issues can be managed. With early medical care, proper treatment, and simple lifestyle changes, you can improve your circulation, protect your heart, and reduce these uncomfortable symptoms. If you notice unexplained itching, particularly when it comes with swelling, shortness of breath, or chest discomfort, it's time to take action and talk to a healthcare professional. Heart disease is a serious condition, but it doesn't have to take away your quality of life. By taking care of your heart today, you can enjoy a healthier tomorrow. It's never too late to make changes that strengthen your health and well-being. Thank you for spending this time with us. We'd love to hear from you. Share in the comments one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your feedback not only helps others, but also motivates us to keep bringing you content that informs and inspires. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Your support means the world to us and helps us continue creating videos that can make a difference in your life. Take care of your heart, stay healthy, and we'll see you in the next video.